All right, welcome back. 6th Annual Festival of Texas Fiddling 2020. We're here streaming online, but next year we'll be back in person. First weekend of December, Twin Sisters Dance Hall. We're a nonprofit 501c3. We're based in San Antonio. You can find out more about our festival and about the organization at texasfiddle.org. You can subscribe down below here on YouTube and check us out on Facebook. Feel free to reach out to us for donations or for any kind of questions, or if you have suggestions for fiddlers. Now, every year at the festival, we feature all the different kinds of fiddling you can find across the state of Texas, across the diverse peoples and regions of the state, both historically and today. And one of the most exciting, and to my ear, one of the best music being played in Texas today is son huasteco music, which is a fiddle-based music that comes from the Huasteca region in Mexico. It's actually very popular throughout central Texas. There are many bands playing. They're trios. They have a fiddle, a small instrument called a jarana, and a sort of bass guitar-like instrument called a huapanguera. And these trios play throughout central Texas at festivals, at parties, at dances, at different kinds of events. And it's a flourishing community of really exciting music and dance that is happening really below the mainstream radar. So if you're not in that son huasteco world, you'd have no idea that these events were going on. We have featured son huasteco groups every year at the festival, and they've always received a very warm welcome, and they've really excited people who've never heard about this style of music. This year, we were fortunate to receive a grant from the Lyle Foundation, based here in Texas, to have a foster cross-cultural connections on the basis of music and music making and dance. And so we were the grant was to bring up these source musicians from Veracruz to teach about the music and about the culture and about how to play the instruments. And of course, because of COVID, we couldn't bring them up. But unfortunately, we were able to get this group from Xalapa, Trío Sotavento, to do a session for us, and it's led by Raquel Paraíso, who's an ethnomusicologist and a musician, a very fine violinist herself. She is going to talk about the music, talk about the history of it, talk about the tradition and the place and role of these tunes and of this music in the culture in the region. Joining her is a virtuosic fiddler, Osiris Caballero León, and Raquel's husband, Francisco López, is backing up. And what's interesting here is he's playing a guitar, which is an older tradition in son huasteco. Traditionally, people think of it as the jarana, huapanguera, and violin, but there's actually an important tradition of the guitar in the music. So you're going to hear some of the really finest possible playing that we can, and we're fortunate to be able to bring it to you, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
Hola. We are very happy to be part of this Festival of Texas Fiddling. When I met Dan back in February of this year, when we still could talk face to face, I did not know anything about this festival. I realize now how big it is, not only for the quantity, but the quality of participants, but also because of the sharing, friendships, and community it embraces. I also did not know about Dan's passion for all this, and that he will entangle me in his web of beautiful musician friends. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to participate at the festival. I should also say that the original plan was to invite huasteco violinist and singer extraordinaire Osiris Caballero León, but the invitation was extended to Francisco López and to myself, Raquel Paraíso. We are going to play music from the Huasteca, a cultural region west from the Mexican Gulf that occupies a territory shared by 6 different states. It is a multicultural and multilingual region in which indigenous people, about 40% of the total, and mestizo people share their territory. In the Huasteca region, traditional music occupies a very important place in every festival and ritual occasions. We are going to play diverse musical styles from the region. and we would like to start with a canario, a musical genre used in ritual occasions, particularly in weddings and baptisms and in any other kind of celebration and offering. Its harmonic and melodic structures are direct descendants from the canarios of early Baroque Spanish music. At the time, it was a courtesan piece, and in the huasteca became a ritual piece. I had a feeling that the sonority, the sound of the piece guides our listening and brings us to an intimate and inner place. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Do you like that canario? I hope so. The musical genre per excellence for festive occasions in the Huasteca region and many other moments really is the son huasteco. It is usually performed by a trio, three players, violin, jarana huasteca, which is a small 5-stringed chordophone, and huapanguera, large 5-course lute with 8 strings. The jarana offers the harmonic and rhythmic texture in the middle register, and the huapanguera the deeper voice in the lower register. Osiris is such a good musician that sings and plays violin, jarana and huapanguera. Since I only play violin, we want you to hear his jarana playing along with Francisco's guitar, Pancho's guitar. We are gonna play La Cecilia.
Cecilia, lindo amorcito,
Yep, that's Osiris singing and playing jarana. You will be able to enjoy more of his singing and probably his high-pitched falsetto singing, which is central to the musical style, something that, like the violin playing style, is very particular to the genre. We are going to listen to him now in a song in a minor key, La Rosa, the Rose. I love it, I really love it. Many Huasteco sones are in major keys and some in minor. In these sones, as in other Mexican sones, the form is strophic. There is an introduction in which the violinist presents the thematic material of the song, then alternates the singing of stanzas with improvisatory violin sections in instrumental interlude between sung stanzas. The violin improvises on the song's thematic material. The stanzas can be improvised or chosen from a repertoire of popular poetry. Either way, the singer must sing con sentido, making sense of the chosen lyrics and themes. There are many local nuances in terms of performing styles and repertoire. This is La Rosa. Osiris and Francisco are playing. There you have it. What to say after listening to him singing and playing like that, right? La Rosa touches something inside you. It is what it is, just beautiful. Now we are going to play and sing another musical style called Huapango. The term is a bit confusing because Huapango is also used for the party where some Huasteco music and culture are performed and experienced. When talking about the genre though, the musical style, the Huapango has fixed lyrics and fixed instrumental sections in the introduction and the interlude, and usually the composers are well known. We are going to play Las Dos Huastecas, a Huapango written by Eduardo Alarcón Leal. It prizes several wonders associated with the Huastecas from Veracruz and Tamaulipas. The four main celebrations in the Huasteca region are Chantolo, or All Saints, Day of the Dead, Christmas, Carnival, and Holy Week. Chantolo and Carnival are intimately related. It is in Chantolo when we invoke our ancestors. They take care of us during the year, and Chantolo is the occasion to thank them, to celebrate them, give them the foods and drinks they loved to have. In Chantolo, those who have passed away of natural causes visit us again. It's in Carnival when those who have died of fatal accidents return. In both occasions, music is the channel through which us, the living, communicate with the departed. They return and dance in comparsas, groups of people who spent 3 or 4 days dancing and celebrating. All of them wear masks, so the dead won't recognize them and take them away. We are going to play 2 sones de Chantolo and 1 son de Carnaval. Sones de Chantolo are Cada Quien la Suya and El Tamal, composition of Luis Maqueda, a 98 years old violinist who still plays and has a tremendous energy. The son de Carnaval that we'll play at the very end, we learned with Fidencio Ramirez, a fantastic violinist who lives in Jojocapa, northern of Veracruz. Vamos a tocar Chantolo. We are going to play Chantolo. This music is really special, particularly for this time of the year, because it's through music that the living call the dead, and they dance in the comparsas. This is son de Chantolo. It's called Cada Quien la Suya. Osiris, he plays with a wonderful comparsa, in Tantoyuca. And he's just really, really great. You have to see him, performing and performing music and playing for this comparsa, this group of people where it's 500 people. It's called La Pedrera, right?
Sí.
¿Toca cada La Pedrera?
Sí.
¿Cuánta gente? ¿200?
Pues alrededor de yo creo que más. Hay como 250 parejas. Entonces han de ser como 500 personas.
Como 500 personas, madre mía.
Sí.
¿Qué se te mueve por dentro cuando tocas Chantolo?
Bueno, tal vez sí es cansado tocar porque son 3 días bastante agotadores y aparte la geografía de Tantoyuca es muy accidentada, o sea, son puras subidas y bajadas. Pero aparte de que me canso, pues me divierto viendo lo que hacen los bailadores, porque no nada más se disfrazan, sino se meten en el personaje de lo que están disfrazados. Y eso también a los músicos pues nos hace reír, nos da energía cuando andamos por las calles. Y bueno, pues para mí pues es un orgullo poder transmitir, poder tocar la música, no nada más para La Pedrera, sino para el pueblo, para la huasteca, porque mucha gente sigue la música de La Pedrera. Entonces bueno, pues es algo gratificante el poder pues vivir esa fiesta, poder haber nacido en la huasteca, ser parte de una familia huasteca para pues así desde chico vivir la tradición.
Just perfect. Cada quien la suya. We are going to play El Tamal. El Tamal is well, you all know what a tamal is, but it's particularly at this time of the year when you eat tamales to celebrate the coming of the ones who have passed away. This song was composed by Don Luis Maqueda Gallegos. Osiris introduced him to me. I was doing research with him, and he's about 97, 97, 98. ¿Cuántos años tiene Don Luis?
98.
98. ¿Y todavía sigue fumando? 98. ¿Cómo conociste a Don Luis?
Bueno, a Don Luis lo conocí por sus grabaciones. La música de Don Luis pues siempre ha sido como muy popular en la fiesta. Y a mí me llamaba mucho la atención la forma en la que él ejecutaba los sones. En un principio no me di la tarea de buscarlo porque yo también pues tocaba en las fiestas. Pero se dio la ocasión en que también de la cuadrilla donde él toca, de la cuadrilla de los Tamber, me invitan a participar para tocar a 2 violines. Entonces yo tuve que aprender el repertorio de Don Luis tal y como él lo toca, o casi lo más cerca que se pudiera de cómo él lo tocaba, para tocar a 2 violines pero unísono, no haciendo voces. Y bueno, pues se me ha hecho muy interesante el estilo que tiene Don Luis. Para mí es netamente el estilo tradicional de Tantoyuca, de cómo tocar los sones de Chantolo, porque hay otros músicos, pero hay otras poblaciones cercanas y entonces se comparte un poco el estilo, pero el estilo así netamente de ahí de Tantoyuca es el estilo y la forma de tocar de Don Luis Maqueda.
This is the 6th annual Festival of Texas Fiddling 2020. We're online, and I just want to send a thank you to our supporters, who are a variety of granting institutions, organizations, and individuals who love Texas music, love Texas fiddling, and want to support our nonprofit mission. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We're based in San Antonio. All donations are deductible, and everything goes into supporting musicians, fiddling, and doing work to support historical and contemporary Texas fiddling. So check us out online, texasfiddle.org. You can find out more about our organization, about our history, and about what we do building up to our big annual event, which is this festival. We are partnered with Texas Folklife. Every year we've done this. We've been supported this year by grants from Humanities Texas. We have very significant support coming from Les Sherman and from Sherman Company Realty, which is a big supporter of our organization and of Texas music. Texas fiddling, Texas dance hall culture, and we really appreciate the support. Les, we are supported by the Center for Popular Music from Middle Tennessee State University, which is the major archive for the study of popular music in America. Its director, Greg Reich, is a big friend of our festival. We not only are supported by him, but he also regularly is at the festival playing, backing up fiddlers, and we can kind of slot him in as we need him because he's such a good musician. So thanks, Greg, and thanks, CPM. H. Jimenez Instruments has once again given us instruments that we can use to support the festival, and we encourage you to check them out. They're fine makers of a variety of string instruments that are used for different kinds of Latin music. And at the festival here, we really like to highlight the old school string band music of fiddle and bajo sexto, and so H. Jimenez is helping to support that onto future generations. We also want to thank all of the individuals who support us. Too numerous to name, but we have people who donate to the festival and help to keep the festival inexpensive and help us to fulfill our mission, which is to highlight the sustainability of Texas fiddle tradition. So find out more at texasfiddle.org, and we'll get on with our program.
Our next song, El Cielito Lindo, needs no introduction. Osiris' violin and voice are so powerful that say it all. I love it when he plays with Pancho. Usually this song and this music is performed with huapanguera, but to play with guitar, something that was done in the 50s and 60s, is just something that I really, really like. Let's see what you think. Huasteca music is rich for all occasions. I have not mentioned that maybe its greatest treasure is to enjoy it when played live and at gatherings. This music is meant to be danced as well, to be danced with the others. To dance, we would like to play a waltz, Son Tecomatlan. Son Tecomatlan is a small city in northern Veracruz. His composer was Serafín Fuentes, and his compadre was Elfego Villegas, our friend, and this is our homage to Elfego Villegas, fantastic musician and great person, with whom we played this waltz in many occasions. Just as we were rehearsing for this performance for the festival, we started playing around La Petenera. It is a song that talks about sailors, mermaids, women, human relationships. And to tell you the truth, it feels really good to play it. In the same way, it feels really good to play with friends, live.
erupciones. Dicen que el agua salada tiene varias erupciones. La cosa está comprobada.
Ay, la, la, ay, la, la.
La cosa está comprobada que mantiene a tiburones, que mantiene a tiburones y a la sirena encantada. Yo la quisiera encontrar para llevarla a la escuela y ahí enseñarle a cantar y versos de la petenera. La petenera, señores, no hay quien la sepa entonar, solo los marineritos, solo los marineritos que navegan por la mar, porque ellos han escuchado a la sirena cantar.
We would like to say goodbye with these Mañanitas Huastecas. It's a happy birthday Huasteco. Just to say thank you for letting us be part of this festival. There is much more to tell and say about Huasteco music. This has been a little teaser. Hope you have enjoyed the music. Hope everyone is doing okay. Music helps us to keep our strength. Thank you, Dan, for inviting us, and thank you for letting us be part of this Fiddling family. Hasta siempre. Las Mañanitas Huastecas. Happy birthday in Huasteco.
Las que se cantan en la huasteca. Hay muchas cosas bonitas que tú no sabes, quiero que sepas. Con mi canto de serranía y unos ramitos de frescas flores, te deseamos toda la vida, que Dios te colme de bendiciones. pinta para alegrarte. Con mi canto de serranía y unos ramitos de frescas flores, te deseamos toda la vida, que Dios te colme de bendiciones. Perdona por despertarte, pero tenemos mucha alegría. Queremos felicitarte, darte un abrazo en este tu día.